I remember it like it was yesterday.
That call that came in at 4 a.m.
Something like this couldn't have happened to someone we love so much.
The reality of it has never really set in.
My daughter, my beautiful 18-year-old daughter, she called me. It was a week before the holiday. I'd never heard her like this before. Her voice, it was shaky and hollow. And she said, "Dad, I've been raped." And I knew at that moment that none of our lives would ever be the same.
Word got around campus pretty quickly that something horrific had happened. Nobody could believe it. Nobody could understand it. We still don't. When I finally found out it was true, it fell apart. When she finally gave me the call, told me what had happened, I knew that this would be a long, long road to recovery.
We started dating 2 years after her assault. I was her first boyfriend since that awful night. When we finally talked about taking our relationship to the next level, she sat me down and explained to me in detail the events of that night. My stomach was in knots. In that moment, she showed courage like I've never seen before. There were some amazing things about our relationship and some challenges. Sex wasn't easy. We both got triggered in ways that were tough. It was hard to understand sometimes, but I loved her, and I knew that we could work through it together.
My sister wanted to call and tell me herself. Her strength, even then, amazes me. I was coming home in 3 days for Christmas. I booked the next flight that I could.
That night, that man could have taken my daughter's life. He could have robbed her of her soul. You know, as a father, as any parent, you want to prepare and protect your children for whatever's coming along, but there's no way you can prepare them for somebody doing something this horrific to them.
Honestly, I wanted to kill the man that did this to my sister. But I knew that would do nothing to bring her any semblance of inner peace or security. I knew I just had to be there for her, in any way that I could.
Her story has changed my life forever. I no longer take it for granted when I hear some of the comments other men make, or when I see things in the media, or any other way in which messages about gender and violence are conveyed. I've learned so much from her, but I would have rather learned it another way.
I make a point to spend the anniversary of her assault with her every year. We laugh, we cry, try and keep ourselves distracted. But it never works. Once she told me, every morning I wake up, that's the best part of my day. For just a few seconds, I'm not a rape survivor. Then reality sets in, my stomach drops, and it starts all over again. In reality, I know that she's done a lot of healing, but I'll never understand the pain that she goes through, the pain that she relives every single day. And I know she is gradually healing. All I can do is try and be there for her in whatever way I can, and make sure I take responsibility for myself and work with the people in my life to make the world a safer place.